Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and we are back once again with our green-white Divine Visitations token list. So, without further ado, let's not waste any time, let's get into the games, and I'll see you there. Okay, we're in. We have turn 1 Flower into turn 2 Dawn of Hope, with Seal Away to protect and a History of Benalia to follow up. Castable as well with the Flower. I love this hand. This hand's great. Up against a green deck should be a pretty reasonable matchup, though if it's Dinos, then Thrashing Brontodon in probably games 2 and 3 is going to be really awkward. We might as well just get plains here. We've already got the Sun Petal Grove as our green mana, and if they Field of Ruin it, we get our forest, so no issues there. Vanguard. Vanguard isn't terrible for us. We have 1/1s basically as the main design point of this deck, so it blocks and forces them to pay 4 life if they want to get through a 1/1, which is pretty silly value. Likelihood is, though, that I'd just use this History of Benalia to block Vanguard. Really don't mind at all. So, as far as this deck is concerned, it looks kind of like green-white mid-range. I'm not entirely sure, though. Okay, so let's get down Fountain of Renewal. Get our Dawn of Hope combo going. And then I'm just going to Flower Flourish and thin the deck a little bit more. Means that we definitely have Divine Visitation on 5, so if I'm not in a rush, what I can do is I can play land Dawn of Hope to block Vanguard. He pays 4 life, whatever. And then turn 5 I can play Visitation. And assuming that everything stays in play, we have an active Dawn of Hope that makes 4/4s, but also we can drop History of Benalia, which is going to create 8 power of tokens. So, in theory, we've won. In a nutshell. I could even draw an extra card here over making a 1/1. Yeah, I'm not against that. Yeah, I was going to say we can draw things like Settle the Wreckage, which seem really good against our opponent here. And a Legion's Landing is another 4/4 if I wait. Do I want to wait? I don't think I do. I think I just want to block this Vanguard. As I said, we have an active Dawn of Hope, so any token generating card off the top is really just something to put into play before Visitation anyway. Since afterwards, we don't really have an issue. Shalai, not much of a problem. See if he swings through my 1/1. Is it worth paying 4 life? It is not. Okay. So, no draw for us, because we are going to slam down this Visitation. Not even going to hesitate. There it goes. Does my opponent scoop? Maybe. No attacks. We can actually play the Sun Petal Grove, have 6 mana, and then draw for the turn with the Fountain combo, and play a token as well. It's pretty sick value. And even if we couldn't do that, we could play Benalia. Conclave Tribunal. Okay. They're staying in the game. Fair enough. We have tribunals of our own, though, so it's not a definite problem there. It's nice of them to have it. We need to outrace this Shalai, though, is what we need to do. So I need to start generating some tokens, I think. Another Legion's Landing's a good start, I guess. I think I'm going to History of Benalia, play Legion's Landing, and that gives me the 3 creatures required to flip over the landing. Which means if my opponent hits Dawn of Hope with another Tribunal, we have the token generating effect. It's a strictly worse version of the effect, though, because it has to tap on a land, but I don't mind it. So we might see an all attack from our opponent here, just to maybe encourage us not to flip our landing next turn. Knight of Grace. Cool. I'm happy to attack into that. And that. The problem is that we can't Settle the Wreckage this board away just yet. We have to actually seal away Shalai first before we can. So our opponent wanting us to suicide our creatures into them, and I'm happy to do it. Let's draw some cards. There's Tribunal. And another Divine Visitation. Well, now I'm not so sure. What do we want to do here? So we have the guaranteed flip, but we lose everything. I think I just seal away Shalai and pass. It sets up the settle later down the line. We could actually seal away and then convoke a tribunal to get back our visitation. Yeah, I don't mind that. And it's likely that we... Yeah, we just take back the visitation. I'm gonna tap the Knight token. The Lifelinkers can at least block Andanto, so if they killed one, then I have the spare one back to block Vanguard, so there's that. Okay, so get back our tribunal. Our visitation, sorry, with the tribunal. And no attacks. Very well set up here. There are things that can blow us out. A Johnny, I don't think, is one of them.
I understand you are in need of support. I will lend you my strength.
So it pumps up the Knight of Graces. We have the Settle the Wreckage though, so it's not really a problem. We're also generating 4/4s, but by the time we're generating those 4/4s, it's likely to be the case that they're very much out of range of our Angel tokens. So I'm going to draw for the turn. Ooh, March of the Multitudes. Oh my god, I am passing for the turn, don't you worry. We could actually swing with 3 to flip Legion's Landing and then march in response. And they need a board wipe, which is good for us. 1, 2, 3. Flip Legion's Landing. Then they can block and we'll convoke. So it's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4/4s we're going to make. Tap, tap, tap. 6 4/4s, please. Now, the major sacrifice that our gentleman made there. Thank you, gentlemen, for doing the Magic Lord's work right there. It's not much of a sacrifice in the end, because it allows us to flip our Andanto so that we have our Angel Factory online and ready to go, and lethal in the air. Okay, so against this deck, I think Bindings are worth bringing in for their Tribunals and their Shalais and their Planeswalkers. As far as the rest is concerned, we could make an argument for Gideon's Reproaches. Maybe over the Settle the Wreckages because Shalai is very annoying. I'll keep 1 Settle, go up the Gideon's Reproaches. It hits basically everything in their deck, so it's a nice removal spell. Let's cut 1 Flower Flourish, 1 Swan Companions. It's always the flex slot, if you wondered why I always cut it. It's nice to have in game 1, but there are better cards, I guess. Anything else? Just 1 March, I guess. Try it like that. Yeah, let's try it like that. Maybe we're down 1 flower for another settle. I'm a little worried that I might regret not having our board wipes, so let's have 2 in there. Since Shalai is the only reason to bring it out, and it's a 1-of card that we could bind, and then Settle the Wreckage becomes powerful again, so I'm going to keep 2 in. Okay, we have the turn 1 Legion's Landing with a History of Benalia, so we're going to be able to flip with this hand. I think that's good enough to keep. And a March of the Multitudes. Alright, so let's get the Legion's Landing down first. Next turn we can double Fountain, I guess. This doesn't seem like the type of deck that would run a Cleansing Nova. But maybe I want to consider that. I don't know. With this early game hand, I think we just want to go all in on it. See how far it can take us. Because this is really early game aggression, so... Resplendent Angel. Yep, okay. Good settle target, good seal away target, but none of those things are important right now. So we have the History Benalia. No attacks. So the turn after next, we flip our Legion's Landing. Double Angel's quite annoying. Means we can't really get rid of that effect. Unless we get a settle off the top here. I guess Dawn of Hope is actually our best draw. It's another seal away. Okay. So I'm going to seal away this Angel now. Because if he plays Shalai next turn, then I can't seal away at all. And no attacks. Going for that flip Legion's Landing, so there is no value in Vivian Reed. Where do you minus though, Vivian? Where do you minus? In the History of Benalia? Sure.
Feel the wrath of Scala.
That's about as good value as we could possibly get, I think. So my opponent's going to hold back the Angel to block. We get a Dawn of Hope. So, guaranteed kill on Vivian here. And a swing at face, flipping the Legion's Landing. This has kind of lost its value, somewhat. Mostly because we have the Dawn of Hope.
I'm not losing everything again.
But
so
with this
like
current...
that, huh?
Shut up, Vivian. With this current board state, you can't really be too sad about it. We're going to be drawing so many cards. Our opponent needs another Vivian now. Okay. Are we going to see a swing? We are. Which means we're going to see a seal away. Opponent doing nothing in response. We'll just completely ignore what my opponent did there. It was not... It's not worth discussing. Oh dear. Poor opponent. Poor opponent. And a Gideon's Reproach. Where's my lands? That's what I want to know. Why is the game being so mean to us, chat? Where's my lands? A land would allow me to hold up and reproach for a hasty white or green creature. It's really not the end of the world. There's a Shalai. Dies to Gideon's Reproach. Actually, no, you can respond to that. We'll see if they end up doing that, though. There's Flower for the green mana on this March of the Multitudes. Yeah, I don't want to draw this card, I don't think. And a Settle the Wreckage. Alright, currently dead, but, as I mentioned, we have the Reproach. So we can somewhat deal with this. I just wonder whether or not I just Benalia. Because he's not really got much to do here, so if he has 6 mana left open with Shalai, he's going to crack it in response. I guess maybe I'll just test him. See if he just goes for a big pre-main phase slap down here. And he does. Okay, so he's going to get punished. If he attacks him with Shalai, that is. See if he does. Nope. Okay. There's nothing we can do. Other than draw a million cards. There's Visitation, so a land off the top and we play Visitation. Let's take the chance. Thank you, Magic the Gathering. This is just a wonderful case, though, of everything going right for us, so I imagine my opponent on the other side, if they're not a big fan of losing, he's getting quite tilted right now. If they don't have the Tribunal or the Binding, which they do, okay, then we were going to be Angel Factorying again. Okay, so time to draw into our binding. Or tribunal. Also works. I think I'll tap again. On a Visitation. So we can't play Settle the Wreckage on our opponent. So that's not an option. We can go for the Tribunal on Shalai though. That's guaranteed to get the job done. But I think I'd rather wait. We're going to get a big hit on us though, but with 31 life, it's not really a problem. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. See if we can get the sneaky Reproach. It's unlikely, but you got to aim for it. We managed to get them to tap out before, so... Okay, so what my opponent's going to do here is they're going to tap in response to all of this to get some extra damage in. Look at him hovering it. He cannot wait to get that value in. Goodbye. Just it's tantalizing. It's too much value. All 5 damage of it. And we get to draw, so we will. And my opponent does nothing. Okay. I don't think we need to draw here. We've got everything we need. So we're just going to decline. There's binding for binding. So let's play binding. No more binding for our opponent. We have Dawn of Hope activation in response to a Tribunal, if they were to hit our Visitation again, but we also have a spare, so this game is over. Unless they have a Nova, which would really suck. It would suck. But we have, like, cleanup here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. That's a tasty settle. Nice. That is the tastiest settle of all time. Alright, well, that game clearly couldn't have gone better for us, I guess. That was green-white Visitation, chat. I don't know what to say about that one. Everything just went perfectly. There was really nothing that could have possibly gone wrong at that stage. Yeah, I guess my opponent not attacking him with Shalai to allow them to tap and put counters on was their best play, because that would really screw us over. That would mean that I have to put that binding or Tribunal on it. But that's about as bad as that game could have gone, I guess. What did we end it on as well? Like 30 life, something like that? It was ridiculous. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon, all that jazz. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.